My name is Joan Shoemaker. I'm currently going to school for video editing, but I am interested in a lot of creative pursuits and hobbies. Namely, video game design is a big one for me. Yeah, so I guess my story would start on Reddit, surprisingly enough. I was actually scrolling through Reddit, and I've always been interested in game design. It's just ever since I was little. It's intrigued me ever since I played Super Paper Mario and Pokemon back on the Wii and Nintendo's devices. Always been a big part of my life. But I was scrolling through Reddit, and since I have been interested in game design, I follow a bunch of game design subreddits. And I found a post. It wasn't anything too terribly complicated. It was just showing, here's some pixel art that I made. It really just got my mind thinking, I could probably make something like this. I think I have the skills. I think I have definitely the desire. I really just went with that. I looked up YouTube videos. I looked up free Creative Commons assets I could use to make a game. And I really just sort of taught myself what I needed to know, really just figured things out as I went. And I just learned a lot. And so I guess that's really the story of how I got where I am now, currently working on developing a game really inspired by Pokemon, that sort of style. Where did I first learn to program? Well, funnily enough, I don't actually know how to program anything other than basic HTML, which is a nightmare to try and make a game with, so I don't. Instead, I follow along tutorials that teach me C#, and I sort of learn from the tutorials as I go along. I don't really have a comprehensive understanding of it, but when I run into issues, I have a bunch of connections in my personal life that I can reference if I need help with anything, but I try my best to figure it out from tutorials and Google searches. Who introduced me to game development? That's a big question. It's a hard one because it's been a part of my life for a long time, and I'm not quite sure. I had a few friends back in high school who were definitely interested in the same thing, really loved to do it. They really sparked the flame inside of me for a passion for learning that. But I think it's really just been something ever since I was aware of games being made, it's always interested me. The future of the game industry, where do I think it's going? That's a big question. I think we've seen in recent times a lot of AAA games going for cash grabs, going for trying to make big bucks off of gullible buyers and using their brand names. And I don't think that's the future. And I don't think it should be the future. We've seen a lot of indie game developers, notably the most famous one being Undertale, more recently Celeste, games like Stardew Valley. Lots of passion goes into them, lots of energy. And to top it all off, they're not asking for the big bucks. They don't charge $60, $70. Some of them charge as few as $5. It's really just the person behind them really passionate about a game, making something they want other people to enjoy as much as they do. And that's really what I try to accomplish with my games. So I think going forward, the future of game design, I'm not sure what it will look like, but definitely what it should look like is instead of grabbing for cash, they grab for people's hearts.
Who introduced you to game design or development?
It's always been a part of my, repeat the question.
Awesome, interesting, wow, very interesting. Wow. Oh my, you smiled. Yes, perfect.